Everybody has their favorite and least favorite Mario Party games. Today, I wanted to create a tier list of my personal favorite games in the Mario Party series. Keep in mind, this is just my opinion, so if your favorite game happens to be lower on my list, that's just from my experience of the game. Alright, let's get started with the tier list. The tiers I have set up are S through C tier, with S tier being the best, Mario Party Advanced tier, which is self-explanatory, and Never Played tier, for games I've never played before. In the Never Played tier, I have Mario Party 9, 10, Island Tour, Star Rush, and Top 100. A lot of these games didn't interest me when they first released. I still would like to get a chance to play them all in the future, especially Mario Party 9 and 10, since these are the only two home console games I have yet to play, and I want to give the car gameplay a chance before judging it. In the Mario Party Advanced tier is of course Mario Party Advance. It's the first handheld Mario Party game, and somehow doesn't feel like a Mario Party game at the same time. To me, it's more of like a Mario Quest adventure game that happens to have Mario Party in its name. For what it is, I still enjoyed the adventure aspect of questing in it, and the minigames were pretty enjoyable for the first portable Mario Party game. In the C tier, I have the one that started it all, Mario Party 1. This game can be super punishing, with some minigames having you lose coins when you lose, Bowser pushing everyone around on the boards, and having some quite interesting board designs. Being the first entry, it had to be the first to test out the Mario Party layout that we've come to love. Despite its low placement, I still do enjoy this game. The minigames were quite fun, and the other modes like Minigame Island are great extra content for something other than party mode. In the B tier, I have Super Mario Party at the end. With the first Switch Mario Party game, we got to see a somewhat return to the original Mario Party style, with solid minigames, an insanely huge roster, specific character dice blocks to add in a meta, and some interesting extra modes. My main complaints about Super is it feels like everything on the board is cheap to get, especially stars and gold pipes being 10 coins, getting free coins just for high-fiving your teammates, the small amount of boards, and not having online for a couple years until after the game was released. Despite all this is still a great Mario Party experience. Next up is Mario Party 5. It definitely changed up the game by having a new item system called capsules, which can be thrown on the board for players to land on, or used on yourself for a certain amount of coins. 5 also gave us extra playable characters like Toad, Boo, and Koopa Kid, a fun story mode experience, plenty of extra modes, 7 boards, and a great minigame roster on top of all of that. My only issues are the game moves really slowly in party mode, capsules are completely random to obtain, and the spaces can even affect the player that threw the capsule. For what it is, the game is loaded with an insane amount of content. At the top of B tier is Mario Party DS. This is the next entry in the handheld series, and it finally was able to give us a traditional Mario Party experience on the go. The minigames, story mode, boards, and extra content are all some of the most fun in the series. Also, having the ability to connect to other players wirelessly was amazing to play a handheld Mario Party with multiplayer settings. My main issues are the item list is pretty small for the boards, and sometimes the touchscreen can be a bit awkward for some of the minigames. Still remains one of the best handheld Mario Party experiences and one of my personal favorite DS games to play. Going into A tier, we have Mario Party 2 up next. The sequel to the original game, and to me, it's what Mario Party 1 aspired to be. A lot of the minigames from 1 return, plus new original games including the brand new Battle, Duel, and Item minigames. This is also the first game to add in items to the boards to add in more complex gameplay. The boards all have a dress-up theme for the characters to add in some creativity and flair to the party mode experience. Also, the addition of the minigame coaster is an excellent extra mode for those only feeling like experiencing the minigames as well. Having a small roster and only a single item to hold are the only things I can criticize about 2, but overall, this is the best starter Mario Party experience in my honest opinion. Next up is Mario Party 8. This is the first of the Wii Mario Party games with the largest roster at the time, creative board designs and gameplay, and a return to the single-use items that add in some goofy and fun transformations for the characters. The minigames are some of the best in the series and use the motion controls very well. The story mode is much more unique from the previous entries as well. I don't have many criticisms other than some awkward Wii controls, so having it in A tier is a great fit. Following 8 is Mario Party 7 for me. The last of the GameCube Mario Party games, and it continued the use of orbs and differing board gameplay styles from 6. It also added in character-specific orbs into the mix, which gave us a character meta to use. 7 also added in a fair bit of extra modes with solo mode, various minigame modes, 8-player party mode, and minigames, which seem overwhelming at first, but is actually an amazing time. The board list has some of my favorite boards like Grand Canal, Pagoda Peak, and Neon Heights. My biggest complaint is how often Bowser time happens. I'm always down for some chaos in Mario Party, but making it every 10 turns would work out so much better. Still, it's an incredible way to end off the GameCube era of Mario Parties. At the top of A tier, I have Mario Party 6. The main mechanic was the use of a day-night cycle that would change the board every 3 turns, which turned out very well. There are also day-night changes to the way certain minigames function as well. This is also when the orb system was changed so that your own orbs don't affect you and they no longer need coins to use on yourself. 6 was also when the mic was first introduced that lets you control certain minigames with it. The minigames felt incredible to play in this entry, and the boards were insane and introduced new gameplay styles besides the standard style of play. However, some of the boards felt like they needed some work on their layout and gameplay, and some of the extra modes weren't too memorable from my experience. But they did try something new, and most of the new ideas were very well put together. Now it's time to move on to the best of the best in S tier. Starting it off, I have Mario Party Superstars, the newest game in the series, and a return to the original form with a modern twist. Superstars brought back tons of minigames from the previous home console games, and the boards from the N64 series games too. Superstars also finally added in online play with party mode from the start this time, and it actually functioned very well on the Switch. Still, the biggest criticisms for me are the amount of boards in the game, the low amount of extra modes, and the amount of minigames chosen from each game. With something like DLC, I could definitely see Superstars being my all-time favorite Mario Party game. Next up is the first GameCube entry, Mario Party 4. To me, this game is very special since this is one of the first games I got with my GameCube on my birthday. Because of this, I have so many great memories playing it. The minigames are possibly my favorite set of minigames in the entire series, with games like Trace Race, Dungeon Duos, and Book Squirrel. The extra modes are incredible in this entry with extra minigames and boards from Thwomp and Womp. Party modes still remain top-notch with boards like Toad's Midway Madness and Goomba's Greedy Gala, and adding in little side games to play on each board as well. Still, navigating some of the boards and the Mini and Mega Mushroom mechanic is a little annoying from time to time. But for the first GameCube entry, Mario Party 4 easily hit it out of the park. Finally, at the top of S tier, and my favorite Mario Party game, is Mario Party 3. This game is another one I hold close to my heart, and led to me having so many awesome memories with it, just like 4. The minigames overall are very exciting and thrilling as a whole. This is also the first game to add in new characters with Daisy and Waluigi, and to allow players to carry up to 3 items at once. Speaking of the items, they were easily some of the most fun and chaotic in the entire series, with items like the Reverse Mushroom, the Wacky Watch, and the Barter Box. The boards and the dual maps were also outstanding, especially since this game has my favorite board, Chilly Waters. Sometimes the chaos can get a little out of control with the rare items and the Game Guy minigames, but that's still part of the fun. 3 still remains my all-time favorite Mario Party game, and I highly recommend it to anyone. And that's my tier list of all the Mario Party games. I do want to revisit this once again once I'm able to truly experience them all someday. Who knows, maybe I'll have a new favorite Mario Party game by that time too. What is your favorite Mario Party game? Let me know. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Thanks y'all, and I'll catch you later.